It's finally here. The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here. We picked it up. We're going to unbox it. We're going to show off everything that I picked up for my Nintendo Switch 2. And I'm going to show you the unboxing experience with this thing. In this video, guys, I'm beyond excited. I've been waiting for this for so long. We've been talking about it for so long. I genuinely cannot wait. So we're going to do everything here. And I'm also going to show off everything, like I said, that I picked up for this console on day one. And we're going to talk about the accessories I think you guys should pick up for your Nintendo Switch 2 on day one. So let's get to the unboxing. All right, here we go. So there's what it looks like in the box. Nothing crazy, just standard packaging here. Just very standard. We've got the Switch over here, and honestly, it's huge. I'm going to do a top-down view so you guys can compare and contrast between the OLED versus this. But it's like massive in comparison to the last Switch. It's huge. So I'm gonna get a top-down view for you guys so you guys can check it out. All right, so I've got it here. Let me get this wrapper out of the way here. But we've got it here in front of us. Got the Joy-Cons in hand. I'm gonna click the first one in. I just want to see how it clicks. Oh, that felt good. And it's tough. Like I'm giving this a fair tug. This is not coming off. This feels so much more sturdy. Like, let me just grab the OLED real quick. Like, I can wiggle this all over the place. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let me get it right next to the mic here. Like, I think you could hear that. Like, this thing just wiggles like crazy. This does not wiggle. This does not wiggle at all. This feels super, super good. Let me click the other one in. Oh my gosh, I love that. This feels fantastic. And it feels so much better quality compared to the previous Switch. Like, this feels fantastic. The buttons are super clicky. Hold on, let me do a little flip around here so you guys can see it. So there's how it looks up front. Little sideways glance. It's too tall to really do a strict side-by-side comparison. Like, it's so much larger than the last Switch because I wanted to show like the width, but it's the same width as the previous Switch. I can show you the OLED here next to it. The OLED is the same width as this thing. It's just too tall for me to actually stand it up and see it with the camera effectively. Here's the back. Let me flip it over here. You got the kickstand on here. Very nice. This is where the SD card is going to go as well, down here in the corner. Flip it back over here. This is it feels so much higher quality than the previous Switch. Like, I can say that off the bat. The buttons feel super nice and clicky. The analog sticks feel pretty good comparatively. They're bigger too. They're much bigger than the previous Switch. Let me just set this down so you guys can see that next to the OLED here. There they are side by side. Like, significant size difference as well. Pretty significant size difference there as well. This feels so good. And like, again, let me just reiterate, like, trying to pull these off is crazy difficult. Like, I'm not going to tug it hard enough that like it would probably actually come off. But I mean, I'm giving this a good force right now and it's not coming off at all. But let me see how it works. So there's these buttons here. Oh, that clicks off super easy. These buttons click in pretty good. Like nice little click in there. They come off super nice. Oh, but that clicks in so... this is really, really nice. I wasn't sold on the magnets, but the magnets actually work super, super well now that I have it in hand. I'm actually really impressed with this. This feels super good. And here's one more time. Here's just the side-by-side comparison of the OLED next to the Switch 2. Significantly larger than the Switch 2. Significantly larger than the OLED here. It just looks really, really nice. I'm keen to boot it up, but I want to talk about everything else that we got for the Switch 2 before we get going here for booting the system up. All right, we got the Switch itself out. Now I want to look at the stuff like the dock and the charger. It looks like there's a new charging cable. We got the grip, and here's the dock itself. It looks to be quite a bit larger than the previous Switch dock. I'm going to get that out. We'll do another top-down view so you guys can see it a little bit better. All right, like I said, another top-down view here so that way we can actually take a look at the accessories a little bit more. This is the grip that you're going to get with the Switch 2. Basically the same plastic bit that you got with the last one. This one does not come with any sort of charging port, so you're not able to actually charge. You'll have to buy a charging grip separately, but if you don't have a Pro Controller day one, let me just see how this clicks in, see how this feels. That unclicks so nicely, I gotta say. Let me just see how that Snaps in perfectly. I mean, that feels so good. And the nice thing I gotta say about this is so much larger than the base Joy-Con. This is so much larger than the previous Joy-Con, which makes it just way more comfortable in the hand compared to how they used to feel. Like, they were kind of tiny and kind of made my hands cramp up a bit with the older one. This is it's very big. It feels very comfortable. Honestly, what I kind of want to see, let me unclick this and just see how it feels like this. For mouse controls, this could honestly be fairly comfortable. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to play some games with mouse controls, and I'll have a separate video talking about that a little bit later on, how this feels for mouse controls, because these are quite a bit larger than the previous Joy-Con. So really like the grip, especially if you don't have a Pro controller. It's super nice for those that maybe felt they didn't need the Pro controller or what have you. Again, that feels so good to snap in. It looks like the charging base is a bit different than the previous one. I would say that this is quite a bit bulkier. It probably needs more power for the fact that how much this is actually putting out compared to what the original Switch did. But you get a little cable here to hook it up with, and you're able to just plug this bad boy in, go. The dock is the thing I really want to get into here. It is quite a bit larger than the previous dock. So you got the Switch 2 logo on that side, and this one actually does have a fan. So here's the back side of the unit here. It looks like it's got a couple USB ports on the side here, but the fan is actually up at the top, and it's rather interesting that this actually cools itself, because it means that the dock is probably doing a bit more of the fun stuff than the previous dock was. Like, previous dock was literally just a piece of plastic with an HDMI port in it, and I'm thinking this one is going to do a bit more, considering the fact that it has a fan built in. I won't know until people start tearing it down and actually taking a peek and seeing what is on the inside of this thing, but that's my assumption just based on the fact that the fan is on this as well as on the unit. So pretty cool stuff. All right, first and foremost, I want to talk about accessories that I got for this particular system. I got a tempered glass screen protector. This comes with 3. It was like 12 bucks on Amazon. This is the brand here. I got this, like I said, 12 bucks at Amazon. Comes with 3 of them. So I have one. My wife has one. You can see her Switch 2 sitting behind me. There's 3 in here, and these are going to be very nice to protect the screen. The other thing that I got that I highly recommend people pick up is the micro SD Express. This is a 512, I don't know that my camera's going to focus, but this is a 512 gigabyte micro SD Express. These are sold at Walmart, and they are significantly cheaper than every other micro SD Express on the market. I got this for $67. A standard 256 gigabyte card from GameStop or with the Nintendo logo on it, those are running $60 for 256 gigabytes. This is a 512, and I got this for 67. So these are the ones I'd recommend picking up. Get them at Walmart. These are super cheap in comparison to the other. The 256 gigabyte at Walmart is like $34, so definitely worth picking up the On brand. Next up, I have not unboxed it. I got the Pro controller. I will do a separate video talking about my thoughts on the Pro controller, but I did get the Pro controller mainly because I love my old Pro controller. I have it here. I have the Switch Pro controller. It's probably my favorite controller that I've ever used for playing games. It's just super comfortable, feels really good in the hand, and because my wife got a Switch 2, she can now take this and I can have the new Pro controller. So I'm really keen to bust this open and give it a try with all the new games, but we'll get to that a bit later. I did get the camera. I got the camera. I'm not entirely sold on the camera like the Pro controller. I will have a different video talking about the camera after I test it out and do some stuff with it, see what my thoughts are on it actually after I use the thing. But I for the sake of the content, I bought the camera. I don't know that you necessarily need the camera unless you're planning on playing a ton of the Mario Kart, not Mario Kart, excuse me, Mario Party mini games that utilize the camera. I don't think that this is super necessary, or if you're like using game chat that's going to be sharing your feed a lot, this isn't super necessary, but it's something I picked up mainly because of the fact that I make content. Now we get to talk about the games. The games I'm super excited about. I got the Mario Kart bundle. So Mario Kart is tied in. I'm not picking up the box. It's on the floor in shambles right now. We'll worry about that a little bit later. But I got the Mario Kart bundle, and that is going to be really fun. I got Cyberpunk. I said I was going to support this game on day one because the entire game and the DLC is on the cartridge. That is awesome. So I picked up the physical edition of Cyberpunk. I cannot wait to make a video about this game and test it out and see how it actually fares on the Switch 2. I'm beyond excited about that. As far as the rest of the games that I plan to pick up, first off, Fast Fusion is on the eShop. That is a $15 pickup. I will be buying that as soon as I get this booted up and transfer over my OLED to it. I will be picking that one up. This looks absolutely insane graphically wise. I will be covering that in a separate video as well. Super cool looking game. I picked up Civilization 7. This was on sale on the original Nintendo Switch. I got it at $50, and there's a $10 upgrade fee, which is going to save me money. Plus, the Switch version actually comes with a cartridge versus, I believe, this game is a code in a box for the Switch 2 version, so I wanted the physical. So I got Civilization. I'm keen to try mouse controls with this particular game. Hogwarts Legacy has a $10 upgrade. I already had this on the Switch, so I have this game for a $10 upgrade. I'm very excited to try Hogwarts Legacy out. Zelda Breath of the Wild, this game I have available. I've already played Breath of the Wild. I'm not particularly keen to go back right away and play Breath of the Wild with the update, but I will be getting the upgrade pack. The big one that I want to go back to is Tears of the Kingdom. I have Tears of the Kingdom. I never finished Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know if something else came out that distracted me from it, but I want to go and replay Tears of the Kingdom all the way through with the updated graphics and all that fun stuff. I cannot wait to hop back into this. The final one, that is one that I recommend people pick up because it is on sale right now, is No Man's Sky. I actually already had this game on Nintendo Switch, but they announced today that there's a free Switch 2 update that is going to provide better graphics, crossplay, multiplayer, all the things that weren't in the base Switch version of this game is coming in the free upgrade for the Nintendo Switch 2 version. And like I said, it's on sale right now. So I highly recommend you pick up No Man's Sky. Fantastic game in general, but even better now on the Switch system with the Switch 2 upgrade that is entirely free. So I recommend you grab this one. So that covers the games and accessories that I picked up for the Switch 2. Genuinely, I am so beyond excited to continue talking Nintendo Switch 2 here on this channel and just get into all of it. Game reviews are going to be coming. The plan is this video is going to go up live on the launch morning of the Nintendo Switch 2. So it'll be up fairly bright and early, and the plan is to stream Mario Kart all freaking day on launch day. So if you are seeing this video after the fact, be sure to check to see if I'm live playing Mario Kart live on the channel here. That is the plan for day one, and then more videos are going to be coming. Game reviews, separate reviews of the camera and the Pro Controller. Everything is coming. There's going to be so many videos coming out here on the channel, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, leave a like, comment, and sub because it helps me out, helps the video out, helps the channel out immensely. I'm really freaking tired. It's way past my bedtime, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if I did, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.